never dreamed of firing somebody by phone, but the reality is when I made my decision on Tuesday afternoon, I was home and he was in his car heading to his house. And I thought it would kind of be a jerk move to call him up and say, hey, coach, meet me at the office in an hour. I mean, he probably would have said, yeah, Steve, I'd rather not. Why don't you just tell me over the phone? And when I did tell him the decision that I made, I said, I'm really sorry about doing this over the phone. I wish we were together. And he said, you don't owe me an apology for that either.
So that's how it went down. He was home. Harbaugh was on his way from the facility. And he said he felt if he told him to meet me in an hour, it's kind of like, even though it didn't happen, it's kind of like what you described with your one employee, Ed.
Yeah.
When you said,
yeah, that's exactly
come meet with me. And then he said, well, I know what it is. Just do it now.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, what Bisciotti is saying, he felt like if he would have told him meet him in an hour, he would have known based on the previous conversation that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make it any different to you?
Yes. I still, yes, it does. If that's, the conversation took place where he wanted to do it now, they weren't together, and Harbaugh said, you don't owe me an apology. The only thing I'd say is if you knew you were going to do it, why don't you just wait till you were on the building?
How often?
There had to be a time. Harbaugh was there all day. We just go to the building.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when I first heard it, I went, yeah, I don't know if I like that. And then I heard the explanation, and I'm going, how would I just rip it? Rip the Band-Aid off. I don't. Whether it's over the phone, because I started thinking about this too. It's like, okay, you found out your wife cheated on you, right? She cheated on you with your brother. She cheated on you with your friend. She cheated on you with some guy you didn't know. No matter who it is, she still cheated on you. Yeah. That's the bottom line. And again, what you can move past. So I feel like whether or not you're going to fire him over the phone, like if you did it in an email, I think that's even crappier.
Yeah.
You got to have some sort of conversation. And hearing his reasoning, I guess I kind of get it, but okay.
However, the fact that it's become a talking point, not just here, I'm sure people talking about it everywhere. It's a national story. That's what you want to avoid. Yeah. And that's what I want to avoid. You don't want to, you don't want
the narrative to be you fired him over the phone.
Don't let that be the issue, because then it's just, there's so many things, these big, I don't know, about what's going with the Ravens. There's rumors about number 8. There's rumors about he would deal along with Monkey. Then it was Harbaugh. Then Harbaugh gets fired over the phone. And it's like, now it just sounds, and it probably sounds like a lot more than it is, and maybe nothing going on. But now you add, one more little, log to the fire. I don't know if they needed it. That's all.
Something was confirmed to me yesterday. We talked about this before the season was over. When people assumed that if the Ravens lost the last game of the season, then they would fire Harbaugh. And I stood on this for like 3 weeks leading into that. Whatever decision Bisciotti was going to make, it was already made.
Yeah.
I don't think that game itself was going to save John Harbaugh. Yeah. I think the only thing that would have saved him was a long playoff run. Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Then you can't.
Week 18 did not decide John Harbaugh's fate.
No.
Bisciotti was leaning that way all along, and he confirmed that yesterday. John Harbaugh talked about his reaction to the firing. Bisciotti on John Harbaugh about the firing of his head coach.
He said, you gave me 18 years. You picked a special teams guy. Who does that? He said, you altered mine and Ingrid's life forever because you took a chance on me. I am happy and content and disappointed, but I love you and I respect you and I respect your decision. And, at the time, it was not something that I was going to spend a lot of time with.
It says a lot about John Harbaugh, doesn't it? The person?
Yeah, I think so.
Again, I could sit here and say all the things I want to say about him as a coach and disagree with a lot of things that went on. But what he said is it's just the way that I feel like people should look at life and we don't. But in this situation, he's looking at the guys getting ready to fire him. He's like, you gave me 18 years. You changed the trajectory of my life. John Harbaugh gets to pick where he wants to coach next because he was given 18 years here.
He's also getting $51 million to walk away.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit earlier about where Tomlin could end up and what Tomlin's going to do and how he could be bigger than coaching. And I agree with you, Ed, that Harbaugh technically could, although John Harbaugh strikes me as the type of guy that has to coach. In his gut. I don't mean like he couldn't. I think there are other things that he could do. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. But he strikes me as coaching is in his blood. It's in his gut. And I don't know if he could survive long without coaching.
I agree with you because, and I bring it back to myself. I don't think you have to. How would you react in life? I know that because of the way the trajectory my life took, I mean, I recovered, I have a nice, great second career. But I enjoyed doing it much more than talking about other people doing it, which is what Harbaugh would be doing. Mm-hmm. I'd much rather be doing it all those years than just analyzing, and that he'd be analyzing other coaches, other football team. Well, I think he'd rather be the guy.
And the more you analyze it, the more you want to do it.
Because
you see how you would do it differently.
Right.
You see, you put yourself in that. I agree with that.
Well, it's the same thing like, as we sit here and talk about athletes getting pulled off the field, right? Like not knowing when it's time to retire and go away. I think that coaching gene is in you. We always make the joke about, hey, I'm going to go spend more time with my family, and then 6 months later, he's tired of his family and he's coming back. I don't know that that's necessarily the situation. I just think there's a lot of these guys that have done this for so long, and it's in their blood. That's all they know.
That's it. I think, and coaching is different from playing because your body will tell you can't do it anymore. It won't respond. But if your mind is sharp, your mind is sharp. You can do that forever. And that's the difference about coaching. Mike Tomlin strikes me as a man who can really get wrapped up into something else. John Harbaugh strikes me as a man that can't walk away from coaching. He started talking about coaching again the moment that they fired him. Rashawn in Baltimore, what's up, man?
Hey, morning, fellas.
Morning,
man. Welcome back, Jeremy.
Thanks, man.
Hey, man, how much time do you need off?
Just a few days. I mean, I'm not. Look,
it doesn't work for BG&E.
Yeah, I don't get to sit there and supervise and tell them I'm going to be in Bali for 3
Jeremy,
weeks.
my question to you is, why is he all up in your business?
I know, man.
No, I'm just saying though, man. Like,
you all up in the man's business,
Rashawn.
Rashawn.
You do hard labor or something, Jeremy. All you do is run your mouth for 3.5 hours, man. And then give out bets. That's what you do, man.
Yeah, okay. I didn't argue that. Are we arguing that? That's what I do.
No.
That's what I do. What do you mean? No, that's not me.
Hey, real quick, did you run into any Ravens down there in Cancun?
No, but it is kind of funny. Like every big black dude I saw, I was like, I wonder if he's a football player. Let me see if I can recognize him. No, I didn't run into any celebrities outside of the musicians were running around left and right. When I get my shovel later, Joe's gonna love this, but it's pretty funny about an interaction that I almost had with a musician.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, so real quick, right?
Too late for real quick. You've been on too long. But go ahead.
No, this is a real topic. So, when Bisciotti was saying, he was at home, was he in Florida or was he at home in Maryland?
He said, beat me he would have met him in an hour, so I'm assuming Maryland.
Oh, okay. So he was here. So, I mean, if I'm him, I'm still driving to the facility, talking to him face to face. If that's your friend like that, his best friend, like he was saying, at least give him a hug and everything like that, man. It's still strange to do it over the phone after 18 years of a great relationship that y'all had, too. I understand. Even could have met Harbaugh at his house, at Harbaugh house. Like, I'm quite sure you've been over at his house before, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
Harbaugh had all the players over for that Browns game against the Steelers.
Yeah. We're about to fire you over the phone. See you later, man.
Real quick.
Let's go to Manny and Essex. What's up, Manny?
What's up, Manny?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Remember 2 weeks ago I told you about, before it came out on the radio, that Bisciotti fired him over the phone.
No, you said text.
Huh?
You said he sent them a text, Manny.
Text or a phone, same thing.
No, it's not. It's not. A text and a phone call are two different things.
My sources are right, though. I was right.
Yes and no.
No, you weren't. You sent a text.
This is the only thing I had wrong about that is that that's not right. If I'm doing business with you and making you millions of dollars because he was helping to make $1 million winning games, I would have never fired him over the phone. And Harbaugh, he wants to get another job somewhere else to prove the Ravens wrong that he is a good coach. That's what he wants to do. Yeah, Mike Tomlin don't care. He's no cool guy. But Harbaugh's a coach that wants to prove himself and get a job somewhere else and take him far and say, look, you lost a good coach. And he's not going to say it, but I think that's what he wants to do.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
That's like when you play hot. He was getting warm.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite it, but you're getting warm. Text is warm next to
I said, he
call.
said no. He said yes. Same thing.
Is the answer.
What?
Rashawn. Antonio in Rosedale. What's up, Antonio?
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
Good. Welcome back, Jeremy.
Thanks, man. It's good to hear you.
Thank you. Any idea who might be the next head coach of the Ravens after yesterday's news conference? And you guys have a wonderful day.
It's going to be Kevin Stefanski. You too, Antonio.
Why is everyone so sure about that?
I'm starting leaning towards that.
Well,
man.
I mean, when he started talking about a guy not having a great track record, it felt like
that's the one that got me.
You already knew.
There's a couple of guys and names that are out there. I don't think it's Mike McDaniel who didn't show himself well in Miami. That is an interesting one. By the way,
Saleh had a losing record with the Jets.
Yes. But the interesting one with Miami is like, hey, you're safe. Harbaugh's free. You're fired. I mean, that's what happened essentially to a couple of guys. But yeah, man, I just feel like looking at the names that are out there, Stefanski has that appreciation of his peers. You know, like the other coaches, like hey, this guy's really good when you talk to him. It just didn't work out in Cleveland. But Cleveland fans will tell you that he steals the fight, the Sugar Ray Leonard, where it's like, man, this guy's did you see what he did at the end of the round there? Like they'll almost win a game or they'll win a game that's unimportant at the end of the year and you go, oh man, he had some really great calls there. I think Stefanski is a brilliant mind. I don't know if it works here, but I don't want to surround him with some other talented coaches.
I don't want him.